Sweaty sack summer is approaching, and it's time for you to prioritize the comfort of your crotch. That's why the kings of crotch comfort, Manscaped, has spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs out there. I've had the honor of testing out these new boxers, and I can say it's the softest fabric of any underwear. So breathable that it's like gills for your growing. They even trademarked the jewel pouch so you know it's serious. I think it's time you invest in your family jewels, so let your bulge breathe and get 20% off plus free shipping by using code TAGS, TAGS, at manscaped.com.
What is going on? You are listening and watching Tags Live, aka Talk About Gay Sex, the live edition, here every Wednesday night on this hump day. This is episode 368, and I am your host, Steve V, alongside Cody Maurice Dorgette. How you doing, Cody?
Hello, darling. You look so lovely today. The light is shining. You look so sexual. And we match in green today.
Hey, we do. It's so funny. I'm on Pacific time in LA. You're on East Coast time.
Yep.
And I'm enjoying. It's so funny. I normally have like a lot more lights set up, and I've got this teeny little clamp light that is above my laptop, and it seems to be doing a great job. So I'm like, not mad
you
at
look
it.
Great. Yeah, it's that LA and it's doing you real good.
It's the LA sun. It's still daylight. I'm enjoying it. Last night, Cyber Soccer Awards was held last night here in West Hollywood, California. And we, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. We were, TAGSPodcast, nominated for Best Sex Podcast and didn't win, boo-hoo. But, you know, I have to say, I had that moment. First of all, going there, I was getting a little nervous because when I got there, they told me, okay, so you're going to go in, take a picture on the step and repeat, which was really fun at Heart Bar, which is brand new, used to be the Old Rage here in West Hollywood. Did the picture, which I could handle. Then you had to stand and wait to be interviewed by Mr. Pam and this other great guy. I can't remember his name, but he was really awesome. And I was like, should I do that? But I'm like, no, I should.
Of course,
so much fun. I'm a big fan of Mr. Pam anyway, director of many gay porn films. And there's a great short documentary, if you ever get a chance to see it, about her. Really cool talking to her. And she said, oh, the inclusion of podcasts is really great. And I said, I know, I love that. She says, I want to be on your show. And so I'm going to reach out to her and take her up on that offer.
I would love to. I can't wait. I wish I could have been there this year, but next year when we get nominated and win, I'm going to be there.
Next year, let's go. Yes. I made a lot of connections while I was there. Took pictures with one of my favorite porn actors, Chirac, who, you know, these guys. Everybody, I have to say, was so nice at the awards ceremony. There's a pre-party. I decided once I did the interview and I took the picture, we got a cocktail. Then I relaxed and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to have fun, however this turns out. Well, I went up to D'Angelo Jackson, who has been on our show before.
Yes,
and
so hot.
Great. He's so hot. There's a picture on @TAGSPodcast on Instagram. Check it out. Super sweet. Chirac, I like in love with.
Moon all the way.
And his porn, he has, I was rewatching it just to remind myself of his porn. He does a really interesting combo of topping guys by either grabbing them and almost like manhandling them to making out with them as he's pounding them. And I've just always been so hot and bothered by him. He could not have been the nicest guy I met all night. And when they say there's a persona that you put out there, he was so nice and gracious and took a picture with me. And I asked him if he would be on the show as an upcoming guest. He said, absolutely. And got my Twitter handler. And I am making that one happen for sure.
Please.
You and I
will be so jealous when I interview him. So make it
okay,
happen.
yes. Other people in the house were Cade Maddox. Cade Maddox seemed to win.
We need to
so
get
many
him too.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him, but he was with his boyfriend and had a sequined suit on that fit him to perfection. I love seeing porn stars all decked out in their choice of what it means to go to a red carpet. And everybody has their own unique style. His was fitted suit. It was like runway material. He won so many awards. He beat out Chirac in Best Performer of the Year, which was a little sad. But my friend had a huge crush on him and was, He also was nominated with Best Duo Performance with Luke Strong, I think his name is. Luke Trong. Sorry, Luke Trong.
Yeah.
I met Luke in person. He was like such a jokester. He was so funny and silly, but I took a picture with him too. He was great. We had such a great time. Listener to Tags Podcast and guest on our show, Teddy Alexis, hung out with me throughout the night. He's watching us now live.
I love it.
So happy for the support there. I just have to say it was so much fun. And it didn't even matter in the end. Of course, we wanted to win. Who didn't want to win? But I just think I met so many contacts there, and it was really great to, it was really great to be nominated. And I'm just happy that we're in the mix of all that. So yeah, really great. And I wanted to show you a couple in the gift bag. I was going to show you. We got this really cool hat, which is really cool with the logo on it. But
that's cute.
An Anal Ease vibrating alpha plug number 3. Which
party favors. I love that. I need one of those.
I'm really excited to in the gift bag, and some really great lube that we got. Really happy with all the products we got and stuff like that. Such a good time. I'm just really happy I went. And
that's so amazing. Sounds like you won. Sounds like we won, even though we didn't win, quote unquote, because like RuPaul said, losing is the new winning.
Exactly. Yes. Well, we are live. It's Wednesday night. I see some great faces. Jen, hello to you. Great to see you. Hi, Blake. Awesome. We've got to get into hot topics. So there's a video floating around of a Florida graduate who graduated from high school. Don't say gay bill. Xander Moritz, the gay Florida class president, was barred from saying gay in his graduation speech, got around the prohibition in a clever fashion. So he has long curly hair. If you haven't seen it, there's a great Robin Roberts interview. You got to look it up. Blake, I know you put it on our Discord channel, and he essentially was told by the principal, do not bring up, because Xander is involved in a lawsuit against Florida's Don't Say Gay bill. And he said, do not mention that. Do not talk about sexual orientation, gender identity in your speech. Mind you, he came out as a sophomore to one of his teachers before the Don't Say Gay bill. He found such a clever way to get around it by using the word, I'm coming out with curly hair. And I know you saw the video, Cody, but when he said, I've tried to straighten my hair several times with it not working at all, and like a lot of kids that have curly hair in next generations to come, they're going to try and straighten their hair too. And what's going to happen? It's going to go back to the way it wants to be, which is curly. That's right. So brilliant. What were your thoughts when you saw that?
It was just so clever, and I love the ingenuity that he expressed during his speech. I have to say, this gives me so much hope for the future, and really so much disdain for where we are right now, because this young man should not have had to go to the lengths that he went to in order to give a graduation speech that affirms him. You know what I'm saying?
We all know the valedictorian. It's because they got straight A's. They have been in, he was a class president. They're on debates. They do a lot, and they don't just get it willy-nilly. They get it because they deserve it. And so part of them giving the speech is telling their story. How can you not tell your story? For him coming out in sophomore year, shifted and changed the man that he is becoming. That has to be included in his speech. And there was a lawyer on the Robert Roberts interview that's representing him as they challenged the Don't Say Gay bill. And she was saying the way the law and the bill is written, it's so loose and up for interpretation. And they purposely, which I agree with her, wrote it that way so that everybody can interpret it in different ways. And everybody's always going to be wondering, can I say this? Can I not say that? Can I even say that I'm gay? No one's talking about what sex like we do are having in a valedictorian speech or when you're talking in classrooms, but you want to know that you can say, I have 2 gay moms, I have 2 gay dads, or I am bisexual. You can't do that in the current law.
Yeah. And it's just as important as you saying, oh, I have curly hair. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of who you are. So I think that is super important. I'm so glad that he did what he did and kind of went around it in a roundabout way. And he also mentioned in his speech that because of the support that he got from his community, that is what helped him become the person that who he is. And to your point, like who's to say who this be in the future if not for that love and support that these kids that are coming up are not going to have. I just went to a graduation in Georgia, and one of the speakers, I believe she was a valedictorian, I'm not entirely sure. She gave a speech, and in her speech, she utilized her gender pronouns. And I thought that was amazing. And that's the type of affirmation and self-identifying openness that we need to see in schools, because it only benefits the kids. Because the more people are exposed to things that are different than them, in my opinion, the more accepting that they become, hopefully.
Absolutely. It's just, if this is your story, you need to tell that story in a speech and inspire others. The way things are going right now, we are not allowed to. We're going backwards in this country, in my mind. We were talking about it offline. We're just going in the wrong direction and have been. Along the same lines, though, parents are mixed on Don't Say Gay laws. According to a new poll, Americans overwhelmingly support the inclusion of sex education in K through 12 classrooms, but they're more divided when it comes to the discussion of LGBTQ plus history and sexual and gender identity. That's really shocking that a lot of parents, no one's talking once again about sex and the types of sex people are going to have. It's just talking about our history. So we want to wipe out, you and I were talking offline, you want to wipe out any talk of race, identity, and slavery. Now you want to wipe out any talk of our LGBTQ plus history. I would have loved to have that when I was growing up and learn about Harvey Milk, where I grew up in the Bay Area, who was a San Franciscan politician. As we all know the movie now, that he was one of the first openly gay politicians in San Francisco here and made major changes for our community. How is that not important to education, as well as, we could go on and on about.
Oh man, we could talk all day about this.
Right. Stonewall, Mattachine Society, which happened even before that, and we could go on and on. That is so important. Wouldn't you have loved to learn that when you were growing up in school?
Oh, for sure, 100%. And I think that it's what really sticks out to me is that the parents in Florida are willing to let the school system teach their kids about sex, which in my opinion, honestly, is what the parent should be teaching,
Right.
and not about actual history that happened in the world. I think that these statistics basically they like kind of tell me that Florida parents are more likely to want their kids to be like teen parents or even then more so than gay. It really, really is alarming to me.
Right. But we all know that June is Pride Month coming up. But San Francisco is the mayor and the San Francisco police are boycotting Pride due to a uniform ban.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, San Francisco has said that they don't want the police department to participate wearing their uniforms in this year's Pride parade, essentially because of many Black queer people that feel threatened. And it's like a triggering moment to see, Black Lives Matter.
Mm-hmm.
And so many cities, I didn't know this, Cody, like New York, are banning the
Mm-hmm.
police completely altogether. San Francisco is actually saying, no, you can participate in March. However, you can wear T-shirts that say San Francisco Police Department and maybe some logos, but not the actual police uniform. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of a compromise. I don't know if this is a good compromise in the end. We'll discuss
Yeah.
in a second. The mayor
Okay.
is also not going to participate because of this. And when given the choice, San Francisco Police Department said, forget it, then we don't want to be a part of it if you're going to. And their point is that there's plenty of LGBTQ police officers and
Mm-hmm.
you're turning us away. So I kind of hear their point. And then the other thing is the fire department is in unison with the San Francisco Police Department, and they're not
Oh,
going to participate
wow.
either.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about this. In one way, I get it. I know you have an opinion on this. I want to hear it in a
Mm-hmm.
second.
Yeah.
I just think that I like the compromise, sort of, but it's kind of like we need you, but we don't need you. Heaven forbid something goes on at the parade where we need the
Yeah.
police. What we're
Yeah.
going to be like, oh, no, now we need you. So come on and help us out after we told
Yeah.
you. Mainly in the cities, I think that they banned police altogether. That would be kind of a major slap in the face. Like,
Yeah.
now we need you. Please help us after we told you not to participate. What are your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
on this? It's kind of complicated.
It totally is complicated, and I think they have private security. I might be wrong in cities where the police are not allowed to participate. But I really am of two minds on this issue. The mind that I defer to is the mind that really wholeheartedly says that there is a systematic problem in the police system, and it's been proven that the police do disproportionately arrest people of color and also harass gay people, basically. So I understand where they're coming from. I see the validity in people at Pride not wanting that element at the parade. So my boyfriend, his father is a police officer. So I
Right.
actually have come to understand a little bit more about the mindset, and he really really supports his son. And who am I to say that he can't be in the parade in support of his son? That feels disingenuous, and it feels wrong to me, basically. I don't so I really am kind of split on it. Like, I totally get it. I've been harassed by the police for being a person of color, but I've also been on the other side where I've called the police. I was actually in a position at my job where I was attacked while working. It was maybe like a month and a half ago. This woman is a white woman. She must have thought that I was shit on her shoe, basically. She slapped me in the face, and unfortunately I had to call the police and they took her away. So those police officers could have 100% been, anti-black and not done anything to the woman and just let her go. Or like they actually did, they took her and they locked her up, and now I am embroiled in a court case. So, yeah.
I would actually prefer to see is a conversation between organizers and LGBTQ plus, like maybe have a town hall meeting with the police and the LGBTQ plus on Gay Pride Day earlier before the Pride Parade and have a discussion where everyone can really voice their concerns rather than just excluding them all to completely, which is so finalized and
Mhm.
really making the gap that much bigger. We all know there is friction right now between communities and the police, but I don't think banning them from the parade is the answer. Why not do something? We have the floor.
Mhm.
LGBTQ plus on Gay Pride Day in various cities have the floor, the mic, whatever you want to call it, on
Mhm.
our day. Why not incorporate them early in the morning pre-4 and invite everyone and address not just
Oh, a
how they're
town
dealing with,
hall. I love
but
that.
in the streets of San Francisco, in the streets of New York, and invite everybody to voice concerns. And as we continue to be threatened, homophobia, trans people, everybody in 2022, there's more hate crimes going on. There's
Mhm.
shootings going on
Yeah.
every week. Why not do something to commune us versus separate us?
Look, I agree. I think that is a much better solution than just having them in the parade in plain clothes. I think it's kind of that is a surface solution.
Yeah.
I think that the core of the issue is really about training, which police officers don't get enough training. Honestly, I can say that with 100% as far as how to deal with people. And also, it really comes down to funding the communities that.
Yes, James watching us live right now. Hey, James, it says it is just like here. The police are required to be there, but we limit the people who are in the parade. James listens to us or watches us actually in Chicago. He also says, but this is our month, our celebration, our parade, not for the police. I support the police, but this is our time. It is not about them. What do you say, though, James, to the idea that there are many LGBT in the police department that really want to walk with their uniform, like the fire department does? We're also turning our back towards those within our community that happen to be in uniform, and I don't know that I'm for that.
Teddy says he thinks it's totally performatic. Why aren't the organizers putting together voluntary LGBTQ ally training to the policemen? I agree with that 100%. James is saying they can walk without the uniforms. It makes a statement. We have a gay Black mayor. Again, it is for LGBTQ plus people, not about the day for the police. Walk the parade as a proud person of the LGBTQ plus community. And think of Stonewall, which was another one of my points that I didn't even say. Did the police like us then? That the pride is basically a result of us as gay people being harassed by the police. So I don't know. It's a very nuanced and delicate situation.
We already reported on monkeypox,
Oh.
but it is now believed to be by Spanish health authorities. The novel monkeypox virus was born, according to them, in a gay sauna near Madrid, near the Gran Canaria. After 23 cases were discovered in Spain, Madrid, regional health chief Enrique Ruiz traced it back to the sauna, which is now closed. The public health department will carry out an even more detailed analysis and to control the contagion about this transmission. When you heard that, what were your thoughts?
I was like, why are they trying to blame us for monkeypox? That is not, it's not about
I thought that too, right?
What is going on? This is not, monkeypox has been around for a long time. Why are they trying to put that on us right now?
Yes, I agree. It's a little scary, but I mean, it may be linked to that. It's just like, really, does it have to be linked to our community?
No, it's not.
Went on Reddit to find a thread going of somebody asking, "Are you concerned about this?" And a microbiologist commented, so it's from Reddit, so take it from
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
He currently works in biosafety. He said he's not worried about monkeypox, even though there has been a little outbreak. He says it's not terribly in an infectious pathogen. You
Okay.
have to be in close contact with someone. Okay, well, that would be sex, or have longer exposure to their clothes or sheets. Were we talking
Okay.
recently about people that didn't have good
Clean
cleanliness
sheets.
and dirty pillowcases, and
Oh
we
no,
were
flat
judging them?
pillow, okay, flat
Yeah.
pillows. That's what we were
Oh.
saying.
So
So
he says
yeah,
that,
that's these people. They've got the monkeypox at their house, and don't go over there.
right, I know. I mean, if you were still single, would you be worried at all? I'm just, what's sad for me is I haven't really, because of my broken ankle, had sex since November. And I'm reminded by that because there's a guy here in LA that I may get together with or not. But who
Watch out for
knows?
monkeypox,
But he
girl.
just texted me today and I said, "Hey, are we still getting together?" And he said, "Can we hold off till tomorrow? I was in close
I
contact
got
at work with
monkeypox.
somebody that had COVID." Not,
No.
and I'm like, no, no. But he says, "I feel fine and I'm going to take a test." Little truth, last week my sister was staying with me and she got COVID and we stayed in my apartment the whole week and I never got it.
Your
So
antibodies must be high.
yeah, and I'm going with
Yeah.
that theory if he's
Yeah.
negative tomorrow, because he told me, now I'm telling you all my business, that he hasn't had sex since November, and we used
Oh
to
my
be
gosh.
and
Y'all
we
are
used to
pent
be
up.
F buddies. And I'm really looking forward to revisit.
That's either going to be some really hot or some really quick sex. That's all I'm trying to say. Monkeypox will not stop the gays from partying during Pride season. It's not going to stop me. I might have to wear a full hazmat suit. I don't know. But I think that I'm so glad that I'm in a relationship, in a monogamous relationship right now, so that I can actually not really have to worry that much about monkeypox. I'm still a little bit worried because my best friend is actually coming from LA. So I don't know who he's with or what he's doing. So I have to, no, not brag. No, I'm not bragging. My best friend is coming from LA and you just never know. He's staying with me. So I'm definitely wary. Dan Savage is worried about monkeypox. So I think that it is wise to actually stay safe, guys, and make sure that you are doing everything you need to do to protect yourself against monkeypox. Jen said New Jersey's Asbury Park Pride is June 5th. Oh my gosh, Jen, me and Steve were actually just talking about going to Asbury Park Pride.
Hey guys, your buddy Steve V here, and little known fact is I like to wear tidy whities, and I have been for years, but little known fact also about me is my ball sack is a little bit bigger down under, and I often wear underwear where my balls are coming out of my tidy whities. It could be sexy for some, but it's not always that comfortable. And that's really why I've transitioned over to the new Boxers 2.0 by Manscaped. They hold my junk and then some without any sweatiness. It's the perfect underwear for me right now. Let me say, no more jewels coming out of the sides of my underwear, if you know what I'm saying. Let's say you're on a date and your partner catches that Manscaped on the waistband of your underwear. It's almost guaranteed to raise some eyebrows and act like a billboard on the highway to Pleasure Town. This is thanks to their Lawnmower 4.0, the best electric trimmer for below-the-waist grooming. This trimmer offers skin-safe technology designed to trim hair on loose skin. Outside of just ball trimming, they're now focusing their efforts on helping out your thigh slappers in other ways with the game-changing boxers. These boxers' features include the Jewel Pouch, a pouch designed to cradle your boys in their own special space lined with perforated performance fabric to keep them well ventilated. Basically, just imagine your balls sipping pina coladas, chilling on a hammock on some tropical beach. The micromodal fabric is buttery soft and breathable, keeping your cucumber cool. Walk, run, strut, these moisture-wicking boxers breathe without breaking a sweat. The tagless waistband hugs your body without digging in, and it lays flat against your skin to reduce chafing. The front fly opening gives easy access and makes bathroom breaks quick and efficient. You can choose from an arrangement of designs and colors and sizes ranging from small to 3XL for all of my guys out there. Here's the deal. You can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS, TAGS, going to manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code TAGS at manscaped.com. Once the Boxers 2.0 touch your sack, you'll never go back.
I do want to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race and a former Evie Oddly,
My
who
favorite topic.
she's on the current reboot right now, right?
Yeah, she's on All Star 7. Okay, they're all winter season. Nobody's going home. It is amazing. So get into it.
I love it. I heard that little twist of fate on the new show, which I think is kind of cool.
What are you talking about?
That no one's really going home.
Oh, yes. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
sorry. That was posted in news, so I thought everyone knew that. But
Good,
anyways,
good.
we got to talk about Evie because the girls are posting Dick Neck. N-E-C-K, declared Drag Race contestant Denali after seeing Evie post her current Twitter post. Evie wrote, "Thank you to all people who have noticed how sexy I've become. After all, that's the reason I went back to Drag Race, and it shows." Now, we love Evie. Do you like Evie, by the way?
I love Evie. Sidebar. Before you
let me tell this quick thing. Okay, yeah,
go
do
ahead,
the sidebar.
No, sidebar. In the most recent episode, the Snatch Game episode, Evie is totally sexy. So I can't wait for you to watch it.
Okay. Well, Evie posted a pic of herself in what were they? Fishnets and showing
lingerie leggings.
Yeah, showing off the base of his dick. And it's caused quite a stir. The picture is really, I think, sexy, and it looks like a girthy base of his dick. So I am not mad at it, but I have to say, I think this is really good because you and I were talking offline earlier that drag queens do it's the art form. I was just in the company of amazing porn stars. They're not like their creative work. They also have sex lives outside of it as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's really good to give us a little thirst trap from a drag queen every once in a while to remind us that, many of them live as men outside of their drag, and they want to get some D too. So they're going to show some D. I'm here for it. I think it's really great. I'm also here for the trend. I saw a lot of it last night at Cybersocket of this really great blend of mixing feminine with masculine in one look. So whether it's eyeliner, whether it's platform shoes and a corset. Okay, I was at the Cybersocket Awards, so this isn't going to the grocery store look, but I'm here for it. It might be. I love it. I think we're retraining our brains. We're retraining what it means to be sexy, and sexy can be a combination of masculine, feminine, and everything in between. What are your thoughts?
I love this. And I think that, can we first talk about Dick Neck? Like, who came up with that? That is
Dick Neck.
I think it's horrible. You like it?
I think I got good Dick Neck. No, I mean, it's a little, I think you have to really emphasize the N in neck to understand understand what someone's really saying and hear neck, I don't know that it's going to be one of those things that really catches on. But it's social media, so you're
I hope
reading
it
it,
doesn't.
dick neck. Why?
Okay. Because it just sounds nasty. I don't know why. It doesn't sound appetizing or enticing to me. I like the base of the penis or something more, something catchier. I don't know. I feel like we should come up
Yeah.
with something catchier. Or brainstorm, and I'll brainstorm over here, and we'll come up with something better.
Yeah, Blake says, thought you were saying she had a weird neck, her actual neck. And sometimes people have some insecurities about their necks, whether they're long, skinny, no neck. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's not a good reference point, and I don't think it's going to catch on.
Yeah. But as far as the gender fuckery of it all, I am here for it. I am definitely one to push the boundaries when it comes to what's sexy and as far as what sexuality and gender, as far as that is concerned. I paint my nails. I don't know if you saw, I painted my fingernails one time.
Yes, I saw.
And I can't wait to do it again in this summer. I often paint my toenails, so I can't wait to just just blend things up and see what comes out of it. And whatever makes you feel sexy is the best thing when it comes down to it. So just do you and make sure that you're living your most authentic life.
It's always really fun to see on Drag Race who they determine to be the trade of the season. And they're really often right on with that too.
Oh, yeah.
When they take the makeup off and it's like, oh, okay now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for some good trade of the season. And I'm leaning toward Jada Essence Hall again this year.
As your trade?
Yeah, as my trade of the season. And I think that, you know what you were saying about drag queens in as far as them being sexual beings, in addition to Jinx Monsoon speaks, and they speak a lot about how much they hook up and how good they are in bed. And I am here for it. I love Jinx. Jinx is so amazing to me. So,
okay. Yeah, no, I think it's really awesome. I'm here for Evie posting that. I don't know that we like Dick Neck, but I'm here for her posting the shaft or the base of it, whatever it is. It's
the
hot.
shaft, the shaft. I think
base,
it was,
yeah. Let's think of
right.
I was gonna, yeah. Well, let's get to these other stories because this one really caught my attention. Of two guys were caught having sex on an office floor. There's this great video of these two guys that are going for it in the UK in an office, and they literally are having sex, like full on fucking, with one guy's dress shoes in the air. And you said, Cody, a bad sweater that he wore to work and some khakis. These are your average office space workers that are going for it on the office floor.
Yeah.
I'm thinking rope rug burn. And the thing is, there was a window right by it, and all these Brits are walking by, most of them straight, according to the story that I found, are filming it, and they're like, oh my god, even to the point where the guy that's on top with the other guy's dress shoes in the air, he pulls his pants off. Did you watch it, Cody? And when he pulls his pants off, fling, out pops a hard cock of the bottom, who's ready to take it. And they're underneath the most banal white office desk that you can imagine. My thought was, are you kidding me? Who's to say someone's not going to walk in? Have you never had sex in a stall? It can be really hot, and you have those partitions, which at least is, there's no cameras allowed in bathrooms. Why not just take it to the bathroom stall? What were your thoughts, Cody?
Oh, no, I agree with you. Take it to the bathroom stall. Although something that just occurred to me is if you work there, you know where the cameras are. I know where all the cameras are.
But do you know where the windows were? Because apparently the only way this got leaked was because they were doing it in front of huge windows with people going for their nightly beer at the pub and stopped to take all in this horrible shot of khakis and dress shoes and bad sweaters. I don't know.
Look, in addition to me judging their bad fashion on the floor, I was wondering, I was like, what would possess all of these people? Because it was at least 7 people that were watching.
Why do we stop on TikTok videos of the most insanity produced videos that are out there? Is because we're shocked. If you're on the way, if you've worked a hard day and you just want to go have your beer, your Stella Artois, or at the local pub, and you pass by an office building and you see, you know, Mel and Harvey on the floor.
And they did look like a Harvey.
A Mel and a Harvey, you know, middle-aged men having sex on an office floor. Wouldn't you be like, what the? It would be like scrolling through TikTok in my mind. And you just are fascinated with this train wreck of a situation that you can't take your eyes off of it. That's all.
I see it. I mean, okay, I guess. But Blake just put into the chat, some guys get a thrill from the chance of getting caught. And that was one of the things that I wanted to bring up.
How about fired? How about fired?
I mean, that is a whole nother situation. But
I'm all for
HR
that,
is calling them because it shows their face.
Thank you.
Yeah, the video shows their face.
This is in the UK, and we have now got it in LA, California, several time zones away. So if we know it, I guarantee HR in their remote part of the world has gotten a hold of the video, and they are trashed. Sure. They no longer have this job anymore. And was it really worth it? And by the way, what's the matter with the cool stairwell area or a bathroom stall? But I wouldn't want to get rug burn. I would be the bottom with my Giuseppe Zanotti's, not my dress shoes that they are wearing in the air, and I wouldn't want rug burn.
Some sex is worth rug burn. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. The people are saying I would stop and check it out, obviously, as far as like walking by and seeing 2 people have sex. And obviously they weren't too worried about it. And clearly they were not, because they were right in front of a window and everybody
it's all wrong in every go ahead.
Yeah. No, you can say
it's all wrong in every way you look at it. So in response to when you walk by sex and you just can't help, have you ever watched those videos of people having on Pornhub and guys are having sex on the beach? They want to be viewed and caught, and people are walking by, and oftentimes there's a crowd that forms around the people having sex on the beach, and it's a whole thing, and they're mesmerized. That's one thing, but at least they're in a nude beach, and they're getting, and you know, no one's really looking around. There are no cameras. There's, you know, maybe a plane flying by at best. But at your workspace, they say don't shit where you eat. Don't have. Apparently now we have to revise that statement. And
don't know. Maybe they're in a relationship. Me and my boyfriend and I have our side hustle. We work at the same place.
Let's play this out.
Let's go.
Because this is sort of a work. You and I are sort of in a work engagement right now, if you will. A very fun one, by the way.
Where we get to go over here. Yeah, we get to have drinks.
Joe, your boyfriend right now could be on the floor giving you a blowjob, and it would be totally acceptable in our world and our format, because why? Our show's called Talk About Gay Sex. So if you ever want to make that happen, I am here for it. Just put the camera down a couple times so we can get a view, like I did with the dog, and then but we are not in an accounting firm wearing khakis and wearing bad dress shoes and bad sweaters like they are.
It's true. I mean,
a little different.
We don't know their situation, though. They could be dating.
We know they have bad sense of fashion, and they're having sex on a bad rug.
They could be boyfriends. All this could be completely above board, and we're making the biggest deal out of it.
I don't know. What is Jen saying? Because I see something over there.
Jen is saying having sex at work is so much fun. Understall sex is so hot. And I could not agree with him more. Understall sex is
in the bathroom, right?
Yeah, stall sex is so hot.
Back to my point, which I said I love sex in the bathroom stall. Jen, if you're taking Numbers. Here's.
Are you going to Jen's job to understall sex with him?
If he invites me, I might.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for monkeypox.
He said at the Macy's bathroom at NYC. Funny that you mentioned Macy's bathroom. I went to the bathroom in Macy's. I haven't been to Macy's in Herald Square in forever. And I went with my sister, and I was thinking about that. And we had a guy on the show that once said back in the day, the way he got away with having sex in Macy's was he got 2 shopping bags, Macy's shopping bags, and put his feet in both of them and then blew a guy. Because when they walked by, all you saw was 2 shopping bags in the bathroom. You didn't see his feet.
Isn't that so smart?
Clever? Clever, not clever, clever.
Clever. Yeah.
Like Erica Badu says. Yeah. What are people saying before we move on?
I love that song. And James wants Jen to demonstrate understall sex at work. So I don't know if James is coming to New York for this demonstration, but we'll see. Then Blake says he just checked the video, which I put into the chat. And that's a full-on Freddy Krueger sweater. It's horrible.
Horrible, as we say in New York. Horrible.
It's disgusting. And that is the worst part of this video, honestly, because I'm here for the at work sex. Okay.
Yeah, it's Nightmare on Elm Street, Teddy says. So true. Absolutely. Yeah. There is this TikTok trend. Maybe you want to put it in the feed for people to watch it because they kind of have to hear it. I'll put it on TAGSPodcast.com. There's this really cute guy, and apparently the latest trend is to slap your thighs or make a clapping sound without your hands. And the way you're doing it is slapping your dick against your thighs back and forth. And the guy doing it, he's cute, right?
He's super cute.
You do not see it happening, but he says, "Oh, hey guys, it's the latest trend, and here we go." And he puts his hands up behind his head, and you can tell he's probably naked before. And he starts slapping that girthy, which must be a girthy cock, because it's like slap, 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 right? I wanted to be slapped by it on my cheeks. I would be all about that. And
maybe that could be a thing. We can make that a TikTok trend. We can have them slap you in the face with their penis.
Oh, that's one of my favorite things. I love slapping. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's put it on TikTok.
Let's do. We don't want to get banned on that. But the funny part about the video is as he's doing this trend, he's like, "Hey guys, I'm doing the latest trend," and he's slapping away, so his butt's exposed, and the door opens to his bedroom, and his brother walks in on him, and he's like, "Oh my God," and covers him up, and it's so hilarious. What did you think when you saw this?
I thought it was so funny. And I think that and the fact that they posted it is even more funny because it shows that they don't take themselves too seriously. I agree with you that I think that when the slapping sound happened, I was like, damn, this thing is meaty. And I am here for it.
Meaty. And he must have some nice thick quads too. I love a good quad moment.
But then my suspicious brain started to work, and I was like, what if he's just playing like the slapping sound from another video, and it's not really that thick? So
we thought we'd try it on tonight. Well, we thought we'd try it on this show, and so I'm going to demonstrate. No, I am going to try this. I'm going to try this out and see, and I will report back. Can you do it on your end, or have Joe do it?
Okay, all right. But I'm going to turn my camera off, though, okay?
Okay. Blake says he loves the wrestling shirt on him. Yum. Yeah. I mean, silly boys doing silly things, stupid pet tricks. I'm here for it. Let's do it. James says, okay, I will have to have some alone time after this show. Yeah, there's lots to talk about.
He's a thirst trap.
Including thirst trap. When this comes out, we have 2 minutes to get to this. Where somebody clocked me. I'm no longer gonna say, and I'm glad they did because it's improper English. I used to say our job by straight up gay porn is to descriptively describe, and I realized I don't know why I was saying that, to visually describe. Thank you listener, for pointing that out. That's
okay. I don't think that's
alliteration,
really
or when you say you say the same word twice, and I thank them for that. Well, my pick was Theo Brady at the very end, who has this mean look on his face and that fur, bro. He's kind of got a twink upper body, smooth, but his legs are thick and his cock is huge with low hanging balls. I went on his Twitter to follow him a little bit more, and you told me, Cody, that you think he looks like he's going to spit on you, and he's rough play.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna spit on you, choke you out a little bit, and I'm all for it. So
he can spit on me. I'm here for that. I just stopped at that as I spun the wheel, and I was like, oh yes, give me some more Theo Brady. Who is your pick?
My vote goes to Michael Boston and Joseph Castellian. Okay. I saw the picture in the collage and I knew immediately who I was going to vote for. They're faced away from the camera. They've got those two big, beautiful peaches in the frame, and they're looking at you into the camera like, what do you want to do? And I know I immediately answer of what I want to do. So,
and you get 2 for 1.
Exactly. It's almost more ass than I can handle, but I can handle it. Let me tell you. Okay.
Joe, can we get Joe in the room to weigh in on your response?
I know he just heard that and he's like, oh, really?
I love that he's in the other room right now. Blake says, lock Rios since he's in the gym shower, the stuff of fantasies. Gym shower stuff is. I am with you. James says Shane Cook. Just with like that emoji that's like, I'm a loss for words. What does Teddy say? Copper
hand tray. I think that was last week. Was it?
Did we send the wrong link out?
No, I sent.
Okay.
But, you guys look at. Also look at Luca Del Rey, because Luca Del Rey that one is hot too.
Absolutely. And we are out of time, but so much fun. Thank you all for watching live. Were you going to say something, Cody?
No. Copperhead Trey is on this one too.
Okay. Thank you. You can always follow my co-host at Mr. Maurice on his Instagram account, or he's a life coach, y'all. Follow him at KMD Coaching. Follow us too on every social media platform. The TikTok, Instagram is at TAGSPodcast. And well, I'm going to continue having fun here in LA and report back. So you'll see a lot of that stuff on Instagram. And next Tuesday, we are doing our deeper conversation. Enjoy that. If you want, go to patreon.com/TAGSPodcast. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And in the meantime, continue having hot, gay sex.
Yeah. The General Insurance presents Shower Ballads by Shaq.
And I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do.
Turns out, everyone does sound better in the shower. And it turns out, The General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years.
I just wanna keep on loving you.
For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
The General Auto Insurance Services, Inc., an insurance agency, Nashville, Tennessee. Some restrictions apply.
Cedar Point's Frontier Festival is back and brimming with new flavor. From May 26th through June 19th, this Old West-inspired street fest will fill Cedar Point with live bands, nightly hoedowns, and a hubbub of family activities. Yup, you'll find wheelbarrows packed with sunflowers and characters straight out of the frontier, but you'll also discover 25 cherry-inspired dishes and over 65 cocktails, seltzers, and beers. Get all the fixins, plus savings to boot with a Frontier Festival bundle, which includes admission, parking, and a tasting card. Only at cedarpoint.com.